Hello and welcome to the B.O.T podcast, episode 1. We will be talking about paranormal experiences because you, the viewers, chose it.
First of all, I'll start the episode by asking you, Scott, do you believe in paranormal experiences or ghosts, demons, all that stuff?
No, if I was to say honestly, then no, I don't. But it definitely does intrigue me. I'd say I've had like spooky moments, and I think everyone can relate to them moments which make your hair stand up on the back of your neck, a dark shadowy figure, that type of thing. So I'm intrigued to hear your stories, and I do have a few of my own.
Okay.
And I'd love for any of the viewers to even give us their stories so that I could critique them, look into it. But yeah.
If you're watching this and you have any, strange encounters or stories yourself, then make sure to comment below, and we might even feature it in a later episode.
Or let's say the best story that goes onto the comments below could even get a chance to come on and explain in detail on the show. So yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so let's get into it. I'll start with a story from when I was young, and my sister can actually confirm this story because she witnessed it with me, and even when I ask her about it today, she still remembers the story the same way I do. So
okay,
that's why I can sort of say it went in a dream or anything like that. Basically what happened was, when we were young, like really young, like 10 or something like that, we used to sleep in the same bedroom, and our beds were sort of close together, like two single beds close together facing the door. So the door is wide open, and then we both look out, and I say, Shannon, can you see that? Can you see that? Or is it just me? And she's like, oh my god, I can see it too. And it's just this massive like shadow looking like man, basically, with like really thin arms, like pointy arms like that, like his arms sort of like look like razor blades.
Okay.
They were really sharp, and he was so tall, like literally up to the ceiling.
Can I ask? Is it a shadow against the wall, or is it coming off the wall? So it was
almost like 3-dimensional, as in like if he was in the room now,
he wouldn't be on a wall. Yeah, he'd be in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an open space, and this shadow seemed as if it was slowly coming towards the room that we were in. So we both just sat there like panicking, like, oh, like what is this? And then I stand up and bravely just slam the door shut, and that was it. Then that's all I can remember from that story.
How old were you?
Around about 9 or 10. The thing is though, when I approached my sister recently, I asked her, do you remember any ghost stories, from when we were young? And she explained that story. Like, I didn't say, oh, do you remember that time when I just said that, and she explained like that story, and then I was spooked because it was like.
So okay, how old your sister? So how much older would she have been back then?
At the time, she was about 2 years older, I think. Roughly 2 years.
So you're 9, 10, she's 11, 12, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And you've obviously spoke about this in the past with each other, yeah?
Yeah. Many a time, yeah.
So, obviously, the experience was a shocking one. Yeah, whatever it was, whether it was a ghost, whatever or just a shadowy figure that you thought was a ghost, would you not say over the years, as you've spoke about it more and more, the story got a little bit juicier? Like the way like from a young age, every time you tell a story, you would exaggerate it a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I've got some other stories, and to be honest, they're more juicy than this story. This story is just like one of many, and I'd say it's probably like sort of the most exciting story.
Okay, so you've started off with a lighter version of what's to come.
That's what I was. Yeah.
So you've had a bit of a spooky life then.
Yeah, to say the least.
Okay.
But I've always been interested in ghosts anyway. So when I was young, I was always that way inclined anyway.
Okay.
So it was almost like I was always seeking weird things anyway.
Okay, yeah, so your mind was
Yeah,
more open to the possibility that
I wanted things to happen.
Yeah, so the shadowy figure, you were made up. Deep down, you were happy to
At the
say
time,
that was a ghost.
terrified. I was terrified when it was
Yeah.
happening, but like I'm
Yeah.
so glad that I've sort of seen these things now because it makes me.
Okay, so would you say then let's say like we're very different in how we look at these things. So let's say if I seen that shadowy figure, I possibly wouldn't have ran and closed the door and accepted that that was a scary shadowy figure. I probably would have sat there staring at it and trying to figure this thing out
Yeah, I mean,
and look for an explanation.
in the moment, as I say, like I remember just being absolutely terrified. I was just like, "Is that real? What is it?" Like, you know, mind racing type
Of course,
thing.
yeah.
So I just stand up and just slam the door shut, like go away type thing. The weird thing was though, it was so like detailed. Like the shadow weren't detailed. You couldn't really see any facial features. But what I mean is, like a stencil kind of like outline of a person.
In a
so
doorway.
this shadow was like a full on, like you could see the legs, you could see the arms like that.
Okay.
And this weird like pointy type head.
And obviously parents were in the house.
Yeah, in bed because it was really late at night, to be honest.
So let's say, because obviously I've got to try and pick this apart because my brain, it works in a more, I need to find the logical reasoning for this.
Yeah.
There's got to be an answer. So you know the way like a light down a hallway would stretch, wouldn't it? And if it hits a wall, it would bend up the wall.
Yeah.
Would you say like possibly someone's walked out of their bedroom and standing in a light, in the way of a light, the shadow's gone down the hallway stretching and it's now gone up the wall, and your quick thinking instantly said ghost figure, doorway, boom, there it is. Would you say that was feasible?
Well, in the dark, your mind plays tricks on you anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
realised that now.
That still happens to me now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even now, yeah.
So now, with that story, I'm starting to think, okay, so when you're young, you know, you see a dressing gown or a curtain in the dark and it looks like a figure, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe something like that as a kid. But in my hallway, like, you know, like where the bedroom's here and then you've got like the hall here. There's nothing there that could cause, like, create a shadowy sort of figure. There's no object.
Other than a person.
Other than a person, yeah. But as I said, this shadow wasn't reflected against the wall or anything. It was literally like standing up, sort of 3-dimensional. And the weirdest part was it seemed like it was slowly moving towards me.
Okay, and you've panicked, jumped up, shut the door,
slammed it shut. Yeah.
That was the end of. What are we going to call
him? Shadow Man. Shadow Man, yeah.
So that was the Shadow Man story. Okay, no, that's okay. I feel like if I'm looking for evidence and I need someone to give me a story that like is undeniable, I'm always inclined to need evidence.
Yeah.
Although I do trust you, I don't think that you're a madman in any which way, but I think you're more open to these things being
definitely
paranormal than I would be. So, talking about evidence, I've actually got a story. It's not my story, but someone gave me this story and actually provided a picture, which I think if you're going to try and convince me, you've got to give me some evidence.
Yeah. Straight away though, someone could say doctored. Like the
I'm the first person to say that type of thing, aren't I? Naturally, with my views on life, but I'd say, okay, so I trust this lad more than anything. Only known him a short period of time, but he's a good lad, Steve, me barber.
Yeah.
Our barber, he cuts both our hairs, good lad. But he came to me with a story because we love talking about all this type of thing, and he's basically saying that his girlfriend's friends all went on a camping trip or some sort of trip into Scotland, if I remember rightly. They were in like a remote area, taking pictures of the scenery. The group were all together, as you would, and then apparently there was no one around. So, I mean, I can't verify this. I can only tell you what he's told me. So then he says they're all taking a picture, nice little background, sun setting, and when they looked back at the picture, they all got the fright of their lives. So I'm actually going to show you the picture. I've actually got it. I saved it onto my
okay.
phone because obviously I knew we were doing paranormal. So this is the picture. Now I don't know. This could be off the internet. You know, someone might even say this is my friend and this is a bullshit
I mean,
story.
does Steve recognise the person?
The people there, yeah, he can confirm that.
So that's one of Steve's friends, is it? Or like...
This is one of Steve's friends. Well, this is Steve's girlfriend's friends, and she can confirm this as well. Right. I mean, Steve's actually up for coming on the show, believe it or not, so we can even get him on and confirm this with him. But let me just brighten my phone so you can see this. Okay. Are you looking at the camera? Yes, so you see the friends.
Yeah.
Nice background, sun setting, and we zoom in. I get goosebumps every time I look at this, you know, and I don't believe this stuff. Like, I do not believe it, but every time I look at this picture, it just freaks me the fuck out.
That's so creepy. That's so creepy.
Isn't that disgusting?
The thing is, though, what I will say is that's such a cliche sort of scary picture. You know, like when you watch videos on YouTube of like ghosts caught on camera, it always happens to be like that little boy or little girl, you know, with the grudge looking face and everything. So
yeah, I mean, well, look at it. I mean, right, yes, that could definitely be doctored in. Of course,
if you look
as
well, it looks sort of like the resolution looks different. Look, like it looks a bit blurry in comparison to the girls in the picture. I don't know. See, you can never tell with a picture, can you?
And I agree. It's just that, you know, when he told me, and then he didn't even tell me he had a picture. He told me the story, and then he hit me with the picture. Like, it did freak me out. So I said, all right, send me. I like that story.
So for the people watching, comment below what you think of this picture. We'll also post it in the comment section. And let us know what you think.
I can't start looking at it.
Is it a ghost or is it Photoshop? Who knows? Right, okay, so I'll go into one of my more exciting stories now, which...
This better be better than the last one.
Yeah.
So Shadow Man.
I'll give you a little bit of context first, some quick storytelling. Basically, my house has always had like a sort of creepy vibe to it. It's a normal looking house. You've came to
I've been there, it's a lovely house.
But like you can look up on Google and everything. Basically, where my house was and where the flats next door was, that used to be a cemetery. Like you're talking like the early 1900s, late 1800s, like that period. It used to be like a full-on cemetery.
And I can get evidence of this.
Yeah, you can search it and everything. Like it genuinely did. Yeah. So straight away, that's a bit strange. And there's always been like, you know, strange noises in the house. Like you'll be downstairs, no one's in, and you can hear like, you know, when like a child runs across the stairs.
Yeah.
Sometimes you used to hear that, and we'd all be sat in the living room, you know, like the whole family, and we'd just go, what, you know what I mean? So there's always been noises and stuff like that. But also when I was really young, I used to say, people would sit next to me in the kitchen, I'd say, don't sit there, the lady's sitting there.
You would?
Yeah, when I was really young, and people would look at me like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Like I was fucking boozing you out the house. Yeah. What the fuck?
So yeah, loads of weird like things going on as I was growing up in the house. And so basically what happened was this one time I go into my sister's room. This is the sister who's closest in age to me because I've got 3 sisters.
The one that's seen the shadow?
Yeah, okay. The same one who's seen the shadow. So I was about, can't remember my exact age, I was around 11 or something like that at this time. So I run into my sister's room and I ask her where something is. Can't remember what the object is, but I remember this story like it was yesterday because it's always stuck in my mind because of how crazy it sounds. And when I tell people this story, they don't really believe it because it is quite extreme.
Okay, I'm going to keep an open mind.
Yeah. So I run into my sister's room and I say, Sharon, where's this object? I can't remember what it was. Let's just say a toy for now. Where's this toy? My sister's asleep, so I think, okay, I'll go and look for it then. So I go downstairs into the kitchen to find this toy. As I go into the kitchen, I look over near the drawers with like all cutlery in, and I just see this girl. I thought it was Sharon at first, you know, long brown hair, like nighty, like pyjamas on.
Would she wear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
like pajamas, long brown, black, almost black hair. Rooting through the cutlery drawer, so you could hear like the metal like.
Yeah.
As she's rooting through this drawer, so I say, Sharon, and then I just got no response. So again, I just went, Sharon.
The whole time you're staring at this,
just rooting through the drawers. So I say Sharon again, and I still get no response. So at this moment, I sort of just freeze, like my mouth drops, goosebumps all over my body.
Yeah. I've actually just got a little shiver up my spine, and I was quite.
So I sprint up the stairs and swing my sister's door open.
Yeah.
And she's fast asleep, snoring in a bed. Run back downstairs.
What time is this?
I can't remember. I do remember that it was afternoon, evening time. It went like late in the night.
She's
but it was,
asleep and you're looking for a toy. So
let's say it's a toy for now, but
yeah.
I don't remember exactly. I just remember I was looking for something.
Okay, yeah.
And usually when I'm looking for something, I'm thinking, oh, one of my siblings has took it. So
how random would it be if it was a Ghostbusters toy?
So I'm usually I usually ask either my sister or my mum where whatever's lost, you know. So I ask my sister, she's asleep, run downstairs, see this girl, think it's my sister at that time, run upstairs, sister's in bed, run back down, no one's there.
Okay.
So instantly I sprint up to my mum, tears flooding because I'm just like, what the fuck has just happened, you know what I mean? And my mum just couldn't explain it, and so I was just like, and that story's always stuck with me because and I know it's not a dream because I remember, like, when I asked my mum, do you remember me like coming into you crying, screaming? She's like, yeah, of course I remember it. It was crazy, do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I know it's not a dream.
Okay, so
I just don't know how you can explain that.
Right, so the shadowy figure, has anyone ever seen the shadowy figure again after that?
Do you mean from
the same,
first story?
like from the first story?
Well, I've seen shadows, but
No, I mean like that figure. Do you know what I mean? So like, if
oh
there
no,
was something haunting your house.
I've never seen that same spiky looking sort of. No, I've never seen that again.
Okay, the girl in the nightie rummaging through the drawers. Have you ever seen it again?
You see, this is where it gets weird now because.
Don't listen. If she pops out on me now, I'm bailing. Don't say that.
So this is where it gets weird because when, like, around the age, so I get a bit older, like, you know, about 14, 15, and I go to stay in my eldest sister's Gemma. I go and stay in her house.
Okay.
So I'm telling her, we start talking about ghosts and getting into the whole like paranormal, like we have that conversation. So I bring up this story and she just starts crying and I'm like, what's up? Like, why are you crying?
Wait, you're telling her about the story you just told me?
Yeah, the story with the girl in the nightie, and I'm like, why are you crying? What's up? And she's just like, no, don't. And I'm like, why? What's up? And then she just turns around and starts telling me all these stories, like multiple stories though, of constantly seeing this girl because she used to live in my house, obviously. She tells me multiple stories of seeing the same girl. She described the exact same features and everything. Like, she had sleepovers with her friends in the house and she seen this girl running through the corridor and like all these different stories. At the time though, she just thought it was my little sister Sharon because she also has dark hair. And
so that's there's another person who can confirm the same ghost on a different occasion.
Yeah, and I can probably get a recording of her confirming it for the sake of this show, but people can turn around and say, oh, but you could just tell us to make it up and everything.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When I seen her like get upset about it and all that, like, I was just freaked out straight away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because how do you explain that? It's another case of how do you explain that, and you know, you could turn around and say, oh, it could be a hallucination or it could be a dream or whatever, but I've seen too many things.
It's a bit different when it's confirmed by someone else though. Like, yeah. That's where like shit does get a little bit more real, a little bit more scary. Definitely. Okay, so it's my turn to tell another scary story. So I have, even though I'm very skeptical and don't necessarily believe that there is ghosts, but saying that though, we're presented a story of ghosts through movies, TV shows, cartoons. So our perception of ghosts, like you said, it could be better explained, couldn't it, in other ways? But I still to this day can't explain this, and I do have another person who was involved who can verify this exact story. Alan Wolfart, my best friend growing up through like primary school, rounded the house every single day, playing football, cricket, basketball. This day we were playing cricket in the backyard in Seaforth, in Beaconsfield Road, if you really want to know. But the houses were all like old Victorian styled houses, you know, like what are they called, terrace houses, you know, like.
Do you mean the ones that are like white and black with the like?
The house.
Yeah,
no,
proper old
like,
style like.
No, terrace houses where it's like it's connected both sides.
Oh,
you know, it's not like semi. It's attached. It's you know, you've got a neighbour either side.
Oh,
They're all exactly the same down the road. You've got a little yard. You've got a backyard. So it's quite tall, dead long. Very old school style house. But so we're playing there. There's no neighbour next door to the right of us, and their backyard was just overrun with like bushes, weeds. It was the scariest looking yard you've ever seen. Like the house was always pitch black because no one lived there. Obviously curtains open, so you felt like you were just waiting for someone to, you know, like shift across and be looking through the window at any point. So we're playing cricket anyway. That weren't really on our minds. We're just playing cricket, having fun. The tennis ball that we're playing cricket with goes straight over the yard, but these were like high walls, like walls that it took a bit of effort to climb over at this age. We're like 12, 13, so obviously you had to like give it a little bit of a jump to get over the wall. So we're just looking for this small little tennis ball amongst all of this grass, all of the bushes, weeds, and it's in this scary little yard.
Yeah.
I'm in one corner, he's in the other corner, nowhere near the house. Like you wouldn't even have to go near the house because it was definitely over this side. So like we're over this side, the house is over there, and we're about a good like 7 meters apart. I'm in one bush, he's in the other. We're just rummaging around. I felt like, I'm getting shivers talking about it, but I felt like there was a breath and like a laughing sound, like right there, you know, like across my face, and I felt it without the goose pimples everywhere. Without even hesitating, I have just ain't gone for the wall, like just gone boom straight for the wall, hurdled this wall faster. Like I struggled to get over it to climb in. Yeah. There was no struggle getting back over. I've just gone straight over, landed on the floor. As I've landed, I look to me right and he's already landed with me. Like he's done exactly what I did, exactly the same time. We couldn't have done it any faster. Both landed on the floor. I'm looking at him just going, I couldn't breathe because I was panicking that much, and I'm just pointing at my ear like this, and he's like doing exactly the same. We've just sprinted straight in the house, calmed down, explained, like, and then obviously like through collaborating the story, you know, do I feel like we could have exaggerated a little bit more as the years got on? Possibly, but it's as simple as hearing a sound and panicking and running. So it's not really too much. It's not even exaggerated, I'll be honest. But like when I've said it to him, has he just agreed with me that that's what happened? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so that's all we've got time for today, unfortunately. We hope you've liked the stories, and what we would like for you to do now is go to the comment box below and leave a comment on a scary moment that's happened to you. So just give us a brief description on your story. If the story is good enough, you will be chosen as the winner, and we will feature your story on here and discuss what happened with you. So please make it good. So I'd say we should wrap that up here, yeah?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Right. Peace out.
See you on the next episode, and thanks for watching.